Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Yes, I'm live now. Yes, it's 4 o'clock on a Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone had a great week. And we about to jump down today. Now, once again, on Sundays, you know how it is. I do my live around 4 o'clock to talk about my little shows. And then again at 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time, I will be in another panel on Auntie Momo's channel, and it's Will's Queen's Talk panel with King's Perspective, and I will be on that thing. And we will talk about different things. We'll talk about the T.I., we'll talk about the Wendy Williams movie, we'll talk about the passing of great legends, and we're gonna get to it. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit till everybody comes on, and let me just wait a little bit, and then we go get started. All right. So I'm trying to get myself together, and also I have my friend Tracy to come on as well. She went a little late, but it is what it is. And when she come on, we can get right into it, right, y'all? All right. So let's jump into it. I'm trying to get my stuff together for all the shows I'm gonna talk about. So this live, I'm talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. This new episode that came on last night. So we'll talk about that, all the shenanigans. I want to talk about the Grow Up Hip Hop Atlanta, the last two episodes, 3 and 4. And I want to talk about the Married to Medicine season 8 trailer. So we got a couple things to talk about, y'all. I'm just waiting for a little bit. If at least a few people to come in, and then I can just start talking about the topics. All right, let's go right to it. I mean, I'm still a small platform. I can't wait till the day when I could just get on live and then I have a bunch of people to come on. So that's my vision, my goals in the future. It's not probably going to be right away, but oh, sorry, that's my goals. ACM, how you doing? How's your day going? How's your week going so far? Yeah, trying to get everything all settled, situated, and everything. All right. Let's see. So yeah, CM, we got a couple things we're gonna be discussing. What I'm gonna talk about today is live. I also have somebody else coming on the panel with me, but they will be coming in a little bit later. So, and we'll talk about love and marriage, Huntsville, that came on. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's my journey. It's been a long road. I know you've been with me for a long time with my journey and everything, and I'm just happy that I am monetized, so I can make money on my videos and stuff like that. And it just get to the point when I could just get grow. And now at this point, and just growing, keep promoting, keep sharing, keep putting out videos, and just be me and just continue on. And so I know I'll get there because I know some people that I look up to. It took me a while to get to the point there and that we'll get the reviews and stuff like that. So I was gonna stay focused and get there. Oh yeah, yeah. Yes. Martell needs to be Big Bertha. Big Bertha, oh shoot. Big Bertha will not be having it with him. And snow, yeah, we supposed to be getting a snowstorm soon in New York. I was like, oh no. They said it's gonna be a snowstorm. Good thing I have my place stuck up with food and stuff. I can make something work in here because I ain't going out tomorrow. That's not happening. And I'm off tomorrow. That's good. So I'm staying in my house. Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about some things, and I have my notes ready and everything. And I just uploaded today, earlier today, my review of Life at the Lockup and Bell Collective. So probably doing this chat, I will put the links up so y'all can click on it and y'all can review it and watch it. But yeah, I was busy. I came home last night, picking 11:30. Hey Brandy, what's going on? How you doing? How was your week? And how's your day going so far? And yeah, I came home last night at 11:30, and I was like, one thing about that shift is like when you get home so late. Good thing I DVR because I be recording stuff because I record. So when I come home, I can skip the commercials, just watch the shows, and just take my notes and stuff. And I came home. I didn't go to bed at like what time? It's like 5 o'clock because I had to do watch the shows, take notes, do the recording, upload them. I was like, oh my gosh. But it's up now, dog. It's up. But yeah. But Bell Collector was good last night. No, it was Friday, but I watched it last night. But it was a good episode. Life at the Lockup, they little same old dramas. So I said I'll be starting the show. Oh my gosh, you got snow? Oh my gosh, yeah. The freaking news I'm looking at the news today and they say New York, you gonna get a snowstorm. And they said they'll close this tomorrow, this, that tomorrow. And so I was like, good thing I'm off Sunday mornings. I'm in my house. But yeah, they say a snowstorm. I was like, it's 4 o'clock now and I don't see no snowstorm yet. So I guess they're gonna say it'll start tonight. Nine inches, woo! Randy, what's that? Sure, it's really snowed then. I hear that. Sure. Well, let me show you some of these things. Yes. Um, Yeah, Tracy will be joining me soon, y'all, in this live. So I'm waiting. We talk about some of the stuff. So she running a little late because she got son and everything. So she'll join me a little bit soon. But yeah, I just finished watching the Wendy Williams movie. How you doing? And it was good. Let me tell you, I had enjoyed the movie. And afterwards, I'm gonna watch the documentary because I didn't see the documentary yet. But I saw the movie, and it was it was a good movie. I'm glad that she was able to. To me, I glad the story. I glad it was straight to the point. Basically, it went by quick though, but it went straight to the point. It tell her story, how she tell it. I think most of the story you heard about, especially with the Kevin part and everything. And the only thing I didn't know that who was that guy, that hip hop rapper that she got pregnant by? I know something with B, but I don't know hip hop like that. I was into hip hop, so I said, okay, I never knew that part. And and also the, getting sexual assaulted by Ricky. What's his name? Ricky Tommy T. Whether it was something like that. I just saw the movie. I didn't really care about the names. I ain't trying to perfect the names at all. Sure. But yeah, I will watch the documentary afterwards to see what she's saying about that. But the movie, yeah, I enjoyed it. Definitely was. The person who played her, I seen her. She's on freaking Tyler Perry's The Oval. So I said, oh, she did a good job acting with it. She had the mannerism down and everything. I know a lot of people said that her voices was not Wendy, but I said, hey, it is what it is. I mean, it's hard to imitate Wendy's voice and that one stuff, but she got the mannerism down. I believe her, and she did a well good job acting as her. So I saw that, and that's it. We'll see. We're gonna see about that, but we'll talk about more of that later on tonight, deep down, because I was like, oh shoot, yeah. So did you see CM or Brandon? Did you see Love and Marriage Huntsville? Yeah, because Martell, baby, he was on something that night. He was really saying a lot of things. And you know, it was funny. A lot of stuff he was saying in this episode is stuff that he was saying in that freaking Dr. Heavenly's interview that he had with her. And all that stuff he said, hey, sunshine, how's it going? What's up? And how's your week going? Yeah, a lot of the stuff that he said was, oh, don't worry about it, Tracy. I'm about to put the link in so you can join me right now. Oh, you said Love and Marriage? Love and Marriage Huntsville come on OWN channel. You know, OWN comes a lot of shows. Come on. It seems like I view a lot of OWN channels too. Let me check. Invite. It's on OWN. Yep, Love and Marriage is on home. It just came on Saturday, and this past Saturday, and it was good. And I said, like, the if y'all had watched that Dr. Heavenly interview with him, and he said a bunch of nothing. I mean, he was doing the most. He was doing the most, and I think he said in that interview is what he said in that episode last night. So I was like, oh, okay. All right, Martell, you showing your behind. You think you did nothing wrong, but that's on him. But we'll get to it. We'll talk about it, y'all. We're about to talk about it because I have my notes ready. Before, if y'all never watched the show, but you know, Love and Marriage Huntsville is about overall three couples. The idea of the show was when they had three couples came together and to really revitalize basically Huntsville, Alabama. And they would come back group and to show the positivity of fixing up the area and build up homes and stuff for the community. That's what the whole purpose was for the thing. They had the home comeback group, and they also had the individual stories and help each other, support each other. That's what it first came about, and that was like, and then after a while, the reality TV curse kicks in, and it just went to a whole different direction. So it was like it was more, not more so much about the comeback group, because now they having issues with each other, and now it's more focused on their drama. And now the Hope has drama, and then the infidelity, and then the Scots and all that stuff. It turned a different page. It's still good. I still enjoy it. But I was like, I wish I would see more of the thing when they were vision on when they first came on, and not that aspect of the drama. So I was like, okay. But nothing, reality TV show will not be nothing without some kind of drama. But this drama went way to the other side of the field. And I said, okay. Are we going to at least build a house up? Can we at least get something, y'all? All right. We can't get nothing. All right. I'm joining you now, Tracy. Let's see. That's a stream. Hey.
Hey. Sorry, I'm still driving. My son moves like a turtle.
It's okay.
On his back. On his back still. Like he's still on his back flapping his little legs because he moves so slow. But I didn't want to hold you up too much longer, so I hold.
It's okay. It's okay. You can. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, it wasn't gone. Yeah. So the lineup was what I texted you on Instagram with the Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're gonna talk about that first.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Love and Marriage Huntsville, we're gonna talk about a little bit of the growing up Atlanta hip hop. I'm saying that thing overall. Growing up hip hop. Like I just did something. And the Married to Medicine season 8 trailer. That's gonna be that. So we're gonna talk about that. And I just was telling the chat that I just finished watching the Wendy Williams show. So we're gonna talk about that later on tonight when we on the other panel. And the Wendy Williams movie, I just finished watching that.
Oh, did you watch the movie, or did you watch her little tell all after the movie?
I saw the movie first, and then I was running into the live, so I said, "All right, let me push pause," because it got into the documentary, and I said, after I was live, I'm gonna watch that a little bit and catch up on other stuff. Again, I'll hopefully get able to say because that documentary is 2 hours as well. So I said, "Oh, sure." But good thing I recorded it, so I could just could pass the commercials because I don't like watching commercials like that. That's right. All right. Okay, so did you see the I Love the Marriage Huntsville episode yesterday?
I sure did.
Okay, so yes, we got to talk about that. We got to talk about that. So I got some things. So let's just jump right into it. I guess more people gonna start coming in and everything. So Sunshine's in the chat. Brandy, they all say hey.
Yeah. Hey guys.
All right, so we know. I don't know how you feel about this. I mean, which understand a lot of shows that's coming back on this year and everything. They got to talk about the state of the affairs of the world and the Black Lives Matter and everything. And I appreciate that. But it's my show, it's TV. I want to escape the reality we're in right now and just watch the show. And then they do the opening and everything. So the show opened up about how they feel about the pandemic and the pandemic and the Black Lives Matter movement and how it affected their lives and staying home, quarantine, and doing stuff like that. So they open up with that. So I said, okay, that's cute. And Maurice did a thing where he had a town hall meeting and the Black Business Town Hall, and they just share ideas and bounce ideas with each other. And he opened up with the Martin Luther King speech, and I said, "Oh, that was nice." And they talk, LeBaric and Destiny was there, Letitia Morsall was there, his wife was Kimmy and her son was there and a couple other people was there. The host was not there, so that's something. But they talk about that and it was nice little thing. I mean, I ain't really get much out of it. It just was bouncing ideas of what can they do to help support each other in Huntsville, Alabama. So how do you feel about how a lot of these shows is doing that now?
I like that they only did a little snippet of the pandemic and Black Lives Matter. I like that it wasn't the entire episode because
Yes.
I also feel like they had to mention it because it was just so big. So they
Mm-hmm.
had to mention it. So I do appreciate that it was just, that small little segment kind of really dedicated to it. So that part I did like. Um, I like Carlos King because Carlos King, like all of his shows have a theme behind it. So, like
Mm-hmm.
with Love and Marriage, it's like revitalizing Huntsville. With Bell Collective, it's revitalizing um oh god, that little street in Jacksonville. So I do like that when he produces a show, there is a
Mm-hmm.
underlining story that
Yes.
everyone's trying to do so that it isn't all mess. So I
Yeah.
do appreciate that. And I love Kimmy. Kimmy is my favorite on this show.
Yes.
So
Me
I'm
too.
Team Kimmy. So I'm like, oh, this is cute. That's so cute. So yeah, I was here for it. I was here for the small little snippet of what's going on and then kind of getting caught up to what they've all been doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I'm gonna see. Do people need to see their photos? Because Brandon, do you know what they look like and everything? Because I had to learn how to share my screen for the video tutorial. I said I had to learn. So maybe later on I can show little pictures or something like that. But yeah, I agree. I enjoyed that little snippet of it, and they started off like that. Like I said, I hopefully it wasn't the whole part of the episode as well. So it's good enough to start off with that, and we'll see more about those two situations because I think it's gonna be a little bit of tension between marriage and stuff, especially I guess how Maurice and Kimmy feel about Jalen and his direction and his future and stuff, and you know how Kimmy felt about her son. I mean, that's her son like that, right? We'll see about that. So, so we got Melanie. She's in Atlanta, and we all know she moved to Atlanta and everything, all that stuff. And they doing the right now. Martell got the kids 24/7 right now while she's in Atlanta, talking to her brother, and just sitting down and relaxing, and just going off how she feels about everything and how that she just can't take it anymore. It's a lot. She can't be fake. She can't continue going on back and forth with this guy. He's doing the most, and we all know the thing about he's going on. He has the side piece, Amy Covey, pregnant and all that stuff, and she's supposed to be having a baby on the way. It's a lot and everything. So day two storyline, it just went downhill so quickly. It was just it just went so far left. I mean, yes, every marriage had that little thing, but gosh, it was a lot. But I just feel like she made the right choice because he was not going to change, and it seemed like he going to continue doing what he's doing, and that's that. So she told her brother, say, you know what, we got to figure it out. I finally found the papers. She finally getting the filing divorce with Martell. They will work it out with the custody agreement with between the kids to see how they share the custody and stuff like that. So she didn't want to go too far for Alabama, so they could be able to get the kids and transport them to each other. And she got to talk to him later on the episode, and that went left as well. We're going to get to that in a minute. But how do you feel how Melanie and Martell storyline going on so far?
Can I just start by saying I loved Melody's confessional shirt. That shirt,
Oh yeah.
loved that. I was like, oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but besides that, I think that when your marriage is not strong and there is issues,
Mm-hmm.
reality TV will clearly expedite the issues and the end of your marriage. And I think that's what I've learned about Melody and Martell.
Mm-hmm.
Because from what it sounded like is they had always had issues and had been able to work through them,
Mm-hmm.
but the spotlight just stopped that from being able to happen. And I kind of agree that if he says he's super dad and he's this and he that and he want his kids 2 weeks on and 2 weeks off. I mean, that sounds like a fair trade to me. I mean,
It
you
does.
get kids for 2 weeks, I get the kids for 2 weeks. That gives me time to do what I need to do. It gives you time to do what you need to do. And then the kids are, somewhat stable.
Mm,
Somewhat. I know it's not the most ideal environment, but if it's a toxic relationship and all you two are doing is arguing, fussing, and fighting, I
mm,
think 2 weeks, with each you having the kids is a great compromise
yeah.
to, ensure, because the most important thing is those babies. I mean, they are the most important part of it. And,
Mm,
uh, oh, I just have so much to think about them and that. Like, oh yeah, this season is going to get real interesting.
yeah.
But yeah, but
Well,
for starting off, I think 2 weeks, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off is a pretty good compromise.
yes. Yes. It's yeah, I do agree that 2 weeks on and 2 off between each other is a good thing. And CM made a good point. She said he wants custody. Yeah, he mentioned that earlier, later on in the episode. So we can talk about that now. Yeah, so when they talk afterwards when she meet them, because I guess the plan was, correct me if I'm wrong, because I think I was like confused with what they were saying that. But the plan was is that they had their house in Huntsville, right? And she was gonna take that house and he was gonna stay somewhere else. But he don't want that happen. He want the it was something like that. He would stay somewhere else. She was gonna take the house, and he said, "No, I want the kids to stay in one house, and we could just get our own places, and they would come and alternate in the house because he don't want to uproot the house, the kids out the house and the memories and all that stuff in the house." So I was like, okay, so she's in Atlanta now. So how that go about? Because I know we know outside world she's in Atlanta, but at the show that tape when he said that, I was like, okay, y'all was both stay in Huntsville. I think that's what CM said.
Yeah, so they have like a rental property. And
Mm-hmm,
originally what it was supposed to be, because Melody said like she was the one who always like she was the one who all if whenever they got into an issue, something happened, she was the one who always had to leave. Martell refused to ever leave.
mm-hmm,
So the agreement when they separated was supposed to be for her to take some time away, and then she would come back and he would move out. Her and the kids would stay, and he would move into the rental house. And then they were supposed to, when you know the time to switch comes, he would come back into the house or she would go, and then the kids would kind of stay stagnant and
yeah,
stay put
that's
instead
what.
of moving the kids back and forth around. But
Mm-hmm,
I kind of do agree with Melody in the idea of, if we're separating and we're about to leave, and I understand for the continuity of the kids wanting to keep them in familiar places, but I wouldn't want to stay in a house that has memories of me and you, knowing that for the time that you're off with the kids, you're going to be at the house and you're going to be doing God knows what with who at this house. And then 2 weeks later, I'm supposed to go back there and lay my head there. Oh no, I'll pass on that one. I don't, mm-mm,
mm-hmm,
no, he don't sound like the type of person I could do that kind of setup with. You
yeah.
know, like, I'm supposed to trust that you washed the sheets. I'm supposed to trust that you didn't go into the other room that's supposed to be my room. Like,
Mm,
I don't trust you. No. So, I don't think that will work either.
yeah, that's true. And so apparently his side piece is in Huntsville as well. I mean, we know that she's not getting on the show because I know the whole she was speaking. She's like, "Oh, they had a whole show about me, and I ain't even on the show and everything." And all so I talked about that in one of my real life talks, saying that she had a load, the whole Instagram stuff about how they talk about her and everything. I mean, they never mentioned her name, but I guess everybody figured out who she was because people started researching this, all that stuff. And
Look, see, I remember when it first came out to say who it was. Funky Dineva had asked. He was like,
yeah,
everybody in Huntsville, who is this girl? Who is this girl? And then he just went and just was like, oh, that's her. Here's her picture. This is what she do. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. But I I understand Melody saying if her and Martell are executive producers, I'm not
mm-hmm.
going to have my husband's side piece on national TV.
Oh yes, no, she.
Although, I
Well,
mean, I get it. I understand for television, I would be like, it would be all in there with like some good shows, some good ratings.
and
It
more
would
money,
bring in the bag.
but
But
yeah,
I'm not about to, as the wife, I'm not about to have my husband's Mr. Oh no, I'm not about. Oh no.
oh yeah, she ain't
Mm-mm.
getting no money either out of this. Oh no, hell no.
Exactly. Now I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna make money off your name, but you not. Oh no. Which so I can understand it from the aspect of I am the wife who has just been cheated on.
Mm,
Now from the business side of it, from the business aspect, I could understand why they would have been like, oh no no no, y'all need to bring her on here because that's what the people want to see. The people want to be able to see, you know what I mean, who she is, their interaction, what's going on. I like so it's one of those things where as the wife, I understand how Melody feels and her saying absolutely not. But then as the business executive producer part of the show, I understand them saying, "Oh no, we gonna have to get some more details on this one because you know this is what the people want to see. It's played out on social media. We can't just like not name her at all because everybody know her name. And if you notice in the episode,
mhm.
at the end when her and Martell was arguing, and every time they said her name, they bleeped her name out, and
Yes,
then just would just be like, "Oh, the girl, the girl." So I was like, Melody is not. Melody is a lot of things, but she ain't dumb. She said, "I'm gonna get my coins. I'm gonna get my coin. I'm a profit off of this bad thing." And then she has another show like Behind the Man that's on OWN too. So
oh, yes.
Melody is a business woman. So it's like I understand as the wife saying, I'm not gonna let my husband's side piece on the show. But then it's like as the executive producer,
Mhm.
could you
Yeah,
have sucked it up? Because y'all getting a divorce anyway and you leaving. Because you had sucked it up to
mm.
put her on the show. So it's like, but I maybe it's too maybe it's just too soon for her. Maybe next season. If
Yeah,
there's a next season.
no.
We'll see.
That's what I'm saying. We'll see how that goes. And they say that woman is Nancy. No, not letting her on the show. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't let her either. I was like, but she had a whole little thing about that, and I said, oh, mm. All I said, she'd tell her business, all that stuff. I said, girl, suppose she had a baby on the way. So, yeah. So things that Montel was saying in this episode that I was like, okay, if y'all ever seen the Dr. Heavenly interview, I think, let me see. Empress show on Empress Radio, she has the documentary on, so or you can type in the Dr. Heavenly thing. I think I talk about it. I think I talked about it. And he mentioned a lot of stuff that Money was not taking care of business like he wants to, mainly sexual wise, and that one stuff. And she wasn't doing this, and I'm doing everything for the kids, and I'm doing it well. I said that's what you're supposed to be doing for the kids anyway. That's your kids. But he said he's doing this, he's doing that, he do everything and all that stuff. When it was time to me to get satisfied, she's not satisfying me, and I know she stepped out on me. I was not the only one cheating; she was cheating as well, and and she was cheating, and I got text messages, I got stuff to prove it, and I was like, oh well, Marta, I mean, okay, well, and she said, oh, it's because of her, that's why I cheated and everything. I mean, he was talking to Destiny afterwards, and she got him together, and his mother got him together too, and I was like, where's he coming from? Like, why is he blaming everybody else but your own actions? It's like, why? How you feel about that?
Now I agree with the mother dragging him and saying,
Mhm.
oh no, this was your fault. And he was like, but she did some things, and she was like, you did some things first.
Mhm.
So I agree with the mom. I also agree with Destiny, because Destiny was like, wait, hold on. I'm gonna need you not to act all innocent. Do I think Melody did some things? Yes. I also think that they were after Martell did the things that he did to her, but I
Mhm.
don't necessarily think that she cheated, because according to him, allegedly, he has text messages of Melody talking to an attorney who is also his frat brother,
Yes.
and that's who she was supposedly sleeping with. And I was like, I don't think that she was. I think maybe they were flirting. I think maybe they went out, but I don't think she actually cheated with him.
Yeah, I
So
don't
it's
think so.
it's one of those things where it's like, was it inappropriate? Probably it was more of some flirtatious conversations, to where if you didn't know, you would think that they possibly could have.
Mhm.
So I think it was maybe one of those where he just, and also because he has a guilty conscience because he cheated, anything that looks kind of suspect to him would
Yeah.
be justification for him saying,
Mhm.
"Oh yeah, you done cheated on me." So it's like, hmm, baby boy, I think more or less that you have a guilty conscience. I don't think she actually cheated, but maybe she was talking to or flirting with or entertaining someone else, and that's, he just took that into his head to mean like, oh, she's cheating on me too. So
Mhm.
no, but I give him no passes. Nah, that was all him. Because in my mind, if you are not happy, just leave.
Mhm.
Y'all got kids together, y'all got houses together, y'all got all this together. Just, if you're not happy, just leave. Just
Yes.
leave. Listen, this isn't working. We tried therapy, we tried counseling, this ain't working. I just want a divorce so I can go do me. And then at that point, once y'all separate, you start dating somebody, okay, whatever, y'all in the process of separating and moving on, whatever. But no, I give him no grace, no courtesy, and no mercy on that one, because it was all him.
For well, exactly
That was
what. Yes, exactly. And yeah, he said, CM said he was too scared to say freaky ish, but one of the freak, he was wild. Yeah, he definitely was wild. It definitely, Dr. Heavenly did got him together because she didn't know much of the background story either. And then when he was explaining himself, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, he's digging himself a grave. A lot he was saying was too much.
You know
And
what I didn't understand? But so I watched the Dr. Heavenly interview. And if anybody has watched Married to Medicine, if they've watched Heavenly, even if they've watched her kind of
mm,
do her recaps, Heavenly has very traditional
it's
gender
no,
roles.
yes, she
So
definitely
she is not going to be with,
does.
oh, a man is a man and he can cheat and he can do this and it's her fault. Eh, Heavenly, that is not who Heavenly is, to be like, oh, I under, So I was like, he picked the wrong person to
Yes,
try and run that game on, because Heavenly is like, no, because if Daddy would have cheated on me, like Daddy would never cheat on. So I was like, oh yeah, Heavenly ain't gonna go for this. Like
yeah.
Heavenly try her best to keep her composure and not get emotional. But you seen the cracks in Heavenly every time he
Mm.
would say something a little misogynistic. She was like,
Yeah.
and then she just couldn't hold it. It was like, I call Bull. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. I was like,
For real, I was like, mm-mm. And then he said he tired of very abuse. So I said the only way she's starting acting like that because is what she was putting her through. It's like, don't act like you didn't do anything that make her feel like she need to keep coming after you. Now, understand one part. She keeps sucking him back. Now, when a person keep cheating on you the first time, you accept them. I said, fine. Okay. He might not do it again. I accept them. It's too much on the line. I want to throw all this away, all that stuff. Now, it's not the fact that he had just a one night stand. He had a whole full blown affair. He like a whole relationship on the side with this chick over 3 or something years with this lady. Well, no, 5 something years. Cause yeah, it was like 5 something years.
mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, but that's a whole different ball game then. That's not like something you just random pick up somebody in the street and you just had sex and that's it. That's someone you really had intimacy and emotional connection with. So it took him back, and they stayed with him and stayed with him and stayed with him and everything. And that probably part of her fault by staying back with him, because she said if she should have left the first time, he would learn this lesson. That's what she said. She said that maybe her fault was if I could go back in time, I would have left the first time and just not go back. And I think that's a lesson learned that a lot of people need to learn. It's like when somebody cheating on you the first time. I mean, if you took them back, okay, the first time, just doing the second time, that's it. Don't keep giving them more chances, because now they playing with your emotions and they know that you're not gonna leave. And I think that's what he's taking on, that she was not gonna leave this time. And now he's like, oh my God, we're getting divorced now. And I said, yeah, because you think hoping that Melody was not gonna leave you. And now she's gone.
But wait, when Melody had said was when they was arguing, and she was like, "You was just texting me saying that you want your family back. You don't want a divorce. You don't want this." And he was like, "Yeah, I did." I was like, "What type of manipulative mind games does Martell have going on in his brain that
Mm-hmm.
he thinks that I can cheat on you, disrespect you, you leave?" Like she filed for divorce, she left, she did everything that she was supposed to do to break free. To think that you could just text somebody and say, "I want my family back,"
Mm-hmm.
and then she was just gonna come running back because you said that. I was like, what type of I can take what is this? I was like, how, that was the part where I was like, I don't understand that. For me, that was the part that confused me. I was like, why would you even, like, I don't know if early on in their marriage, but then when Melody said, "Oh, he had nothing. He had a receding hairline. His bank account was empty, and I still loved him. I seen these things in him, and I still stayed." I was like, so if I, so I was like, what does Martell have that would cause someone to just stay? I was like, either it got to be real, real. He has to either be A, amazing in bed, or
Mm-hmm.
B, he has to have the ability to like just sweet talk you and just like, he must have the gift of gab. I was like,
That's
it's something that we missing because I don't see it. I'm like, I don't see. I'm like, what am I missing here? Like, do you know what it is? Because I don't see it. I'm missing it. What is it? Like,
this is something else either. I mean, granted, he is a good looking guy and everything, nice body or stuff like that, but that's not enough to keep you in a relationship with someone at all. Not enough. And it had to take more than physicality to keep her staying. So, and then the fact that she had 4 children with him and all this stuff was going on. And especially the last baby, I was like, you should have stuck with that 3. Actually, you should have got pregnant with him with the last one after all this was going about. But
did you watch Love and Hip Hop, New York?
mhm.
When it came to the baby part, didn't it feel like Tyra, Amita, and Peter Guns? Didn't that feel very reminiscent of that situation? Well, like one got pregnant, had the abortion, the other one got pregnant, kept
It's
the
like
baby, then this was gonna keep the baby. I was like, that feels very like
similar. It's like, uh-huh.
that feels very like Love and Hip Hop esque. I was like, okay.
Well, sure. For real. Yes, Martell is scared that Melody getting herself together, because he don't think that she will be off without him, because they've been together for a long time. I mean, for a long time. So he is scared. It's like, damn, now she finally gonna leave me. I said, yeah, she put the action down. She ain't saying put the words, she putting the action
Yeah.
now. Yes. Yes, I can't remember who. Yes, it did remind you. Yep. See, yeah, it did remind you of Carolina. So I said, they was too much. I said, y'all just gotta have sex with that guy in the first place. Like, I was like, listen, Amina Tyler, if I was y'all, I would say, nah, stay 6 feet away from me. You're not touching me because I'm gonna get pregnant. Stay 6 feet away. We could do the DVD. You can jerk off, but you're not touching me because I'm not getting pregnant. So Peter, you just stay away because he's too feral. And I was like, all right, so we got Letitia and Scott, right? No, Letitia Marsaw. And they had little sayings that they quarantine now, and the kids looked like the kids was over it, especially that older boy. He was like, "Listen, I'm not." He was done. He said, "You guys stuck in the house with y'all. Um, I'm stuck in the house with y'all and everything. And mom and dad, I'm gonna go to school. Hold up. Yes, I want to go to school and everything." And teacher would say she going to school too. We need to help each other out, help with your homework and everything. They got their own laptops and everything, so that's good. And Marsaw came, and he never really be on hands with the kids. So I was like, I don't know what he's there for. So he's never on hands with the kids. Like when he didn't know his freaking son allergy to peanut butter, I was like, oh, I was so done. I said, Dad, you don't even know that. And so they was talking for a while, and I guess she doing more of what they usually was doing, staying home more, because the teacher thing was, I need to work more. I need to work more. I can't be staying in the house all the time. But now they're quarantine. Now she back into that shell. So I said, oh, teacher, and everything. And then he said, oh, I guess since you're not around and you're not really helping me be my assistant, then I need to give me a female assistant. She said, oh, really? Well, I did. I want to give me a manny. He said, oh, you're not getting that. He said, you're not getting that. And it go back and forth. But she said, oh, no, I'm going to continue on getting what I need because, and I was like, oh, no, hold on. So then on the second week. Yeah. Yeah, and then when they was talking, they made a joke about the Hulk. I said, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh. They made a joke about the Hulk. And they said, oh, speaking of Hulk, did you see what happened in the vlogs? I said, listen, y'all two. Y'all can't still see when I talk about the Hulks like at all. So how you feel about it? Remember that little thing about scene they had?
If he can get an assistant, she can get a manny. I just feel like right is right and fair is fair. I mean, especially since you said you wanted a little millennial. I was like, yeah, okay, your assistant gonna be 97. She gonna have all kind of crow's feet. She gonna be wrinkled to the gods. No, she gonna absolutely not, absolutely not. So I was like, she gonna look like a raisinette. I absolutely not. But okay, fine, whatever you say. So I also feel like because he has very traditional gender roles, he was like happy as a pig in slop that she was, at home with the kids and I running around. I think that's the most I done seen him smile ever. He was
he was like, listen, you stay in the house.
Yeah. he was giddy. He was like, yeah, woo, it sounds good to me. I was like, okay, but he does have very traditional gender roles, which I guess in some ways works for their marriage, which is fine.
Yeah.
As long as they both are happy, good for them. But he does. I give Martell a hard time, but he is very hands on with his children. Where this one right here, I have to tell him like, are these really his kids? Because he has no interest in these children. I'm like,
does it at all?
Like, are these really your kids? Because you have no interest in these kids, like none. Like, okay. So, but no, I do also find it funny that because even on last season, they were the ones who kept bringing up the Hulk. They kept bringing up the Hulk. They kept bringing up the Hulk issues. So it's like Tisha finds herself, and I don't know if it's her insecurity or what it is with her, but she always like, oh well, look at the Hulks. The Hulks are this, and it's really more Tisha who continuously brings it back. And I don't know if production is asking them to talk about, or I think more so asking her to talk about them because I'm like, outside, yeah, no, I think that she needs to learn to stop talking about them. Really needs to stop talking about them.
She definitely needs to stop. Hey, Cola, what's going on?
Hey, Cola.
Cola, Tracy, say hi. Yes. Yes, they just stopped. I was like, when I heard when I said, oh, that was a leeway for them to talk about the hoax, and then they talk about the divorce and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, whatever. So they went to their little construction site that he's building on, and they getting things done because now it's quarantine. Nobody's demanding much of them, so they was like they can get things done. And Martell walked in, and I said, "Oh snap!" She just said,
Dum dum dum.
"Yes." And Marcel was like, "Why he's here?" And they talking. He said he wanted to hash things out. You're gonna say she didn't even know that was you. She said, "Hey, sis." Yes. Yeah, he said he wanted to baby hashes. He said a lot of things that was out of hurt and everything, and he shouldn't have said. And he really wasn't really. Martell have a hard time apologizing things. He really have a hard time apologizing, even though he's trying to say we know he's sorry. But say the words, man. It's move on, because that's what they want to hear. You going on the roundabout way and saying, I shouldn't have said this. I was wrong. This is that." Or I was like, all right. So Marcel said, listen, you had no problem calling me a B, but yet you can't say I apologize. So I was like, he said, uh, you know, yeah, I apologize. And I was like, it took a whole freaking breath out of you. It's like a whole existence came out of you. And I was like, mm-hmm. Well, let's see.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I was like, all right. So we'll see how that goes.
Did Martell's apology remind you of like Mama D's apology? Because you know how Mama D don't apologize and she can't or she struggles to get it out. He was
Yes.
like, and it was like he started to say apology. He was like, I'm sorry. And then I was like, and then he stopped and changed it up. I was like, dang, how many times is he gonna start to try and it was like, we just want you to apologize. And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't know what she was saying. I didn't know what she was doing behind. And the fact that he kept trying to push it off on Melody, like I didn't know what she was doing
Yeah,
behind your back. I didn't realize that that's what she was
her down.
doing. Like, what did that have to do with you getting online and
Mm,
talking crazy about these people? That had nothing to do with you saying that he has slept with 20 women. Now, mind you, I do think that he has cheated on her.
I do so
That's
too.
that's my opinion.
Nobody
Cause
done that.
nobody listen, the way Martell went at him and the fact that he had nothing to say, zero zip, not a nothing, because he knew that him and Martell had done dirt together, and Martell was like already down at his lowest. So he was like, "I'm just gonna shut up and not say nothing, because if I say anything, he gonna go ahead and unleash all my secrets. So I'm not gonna talk." So ever since then, I was like, "Oh yeah, y'all done did some dirt together," which is how he knows. Now it may not have been 20 women, it may have been two,
Yeah,
but it was somebody. It
yeah.
was definitely, or it may have been 20 individual one night stands that Martell directly knows about. So maybe it wasn't, I was specifically dating 20 women, but no, what he could, so he couldn't apologize. He looking down, looking crazy. He blaming Melody. I was like, he really has a problem taking ownership for the things that he does. Like, he, there's, he's really struggling. I was like, because when his mom told him to take ownership, he couldn't. When oh God, what's the friend's name that he went to see who just had the baby?
Destiny.
Destiny. When Destiny asked him to take accountability, he couldn't. Even apologizing to the Scots, he couldn't take responsibility. So I'm like, no matter what he do, he takes no responsibility for anything that he says or does
That's what I'm
ever.
saying. At all.
Okay.
True narcissist. Now,
Uh,
like I said, he is too much into himself. And I said, all right,
okay.
we get it, Martell, but dang, you gotta go up. You gotta go up. Gotta go up. Um, yeah, so Marcel said, listen, we went through this road down before, so I'm gonna see how it goes. Either I do. Yeah, Marcel is not trying to ruffle the feathers with Martell so much because he, like I said, they know each other. So like a lot of dirt. So that's why he was not trying to tell Tisha, shut up, be quiet, girl. Hey, so
I know what it looks.
on.
I know what it looks. I know what it looks like when I have a friend that I had a falling out with, but we both know dirt on each other. So
Mm,
I know what that dynamic looked like, and that's exactly what that hit for. That looked like we both done did dirt together. We both know each other dirt, and we not cool. But as long as you play your position and I play mine, we ain't gonna rustle no feathers.
for real.
And that's exactly what that is right there. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, mm-mm, nah, you know what it was hitting for because I did too. You was cheating.
Yes, definitely was. Oh, Sir Neil just joined. How you doing? What's going on, Sir Neil? What's going on?
Ah!
So now we got Tracy on live, right? That part, yes. All right. So yeah, we mostly talk most of the episode because it was mainly on Montel, but he did. Let me see what he did. He went to. Oh, let's talk about Destiny and LeBaric a little bit. I guess they try to loop that in the storylines now and try to see what's going on in their situation. But LeBaric and Destiny finally got the house together. They got the baby boy, and she basically said he's not around as much as he really helped with the kid. It's like he's doing what he's doing, and she's home most of the time. And Melanie said, "Listen, I know the signs. I mean, listen to the person that I went through this. Like, listen, like if he's not on board, he's not doing it. You need to dip it in the butt because it gonna create problems in the future. It's not around, and he's the thing. I said, keep the baby boy. He sleep most of the time and everything. And she said she likes that because he sleeps a lot and she can get things done. But we'll see how that goes because I know she's doing businesses as well and everything, and top of staying home, being a mom, and he's not putting much effort. And she was trying to play it off. I was like, "You help out a little bit." I said, "No, you're not, girl. Don't lie. Don't lie, girl. You're not really helping because it even sound convincing that he's helping out with the kid." And I was like, "That's sad because it's like as a baby boy, I know most boy guys would love to be around their sons and stuff like that. Well, good ones like that, but I don't know how I feel about those. I didn't know last year she was trying to go after Kimmy, and I said, "On Destiny, girl, you doing the most. Not Kimmy, girl." Even Wanda trying to come after Kimmy. I said, "Y'all doing the most. What's up? Pick on Kimmy Day?" And I said, "What's going on?" And Kimmy got her together. So I hope she's not trying to do that angle again to continue on this season because it's still the season 2 to go after Kimmy because I said, "Girl, focus on your baby because it's what's going on." So how you feel about Destiny and LeBaric so far?
See, I thought when they first brought them on last season and they was like, we have two separate houses, we live in two separate states, but we getting married. I was like, well, that's interesting. Like that's interesting. So now for them to switch it to, oh, we've now moved into our house together and I had a baby and he's not very interested. I was like, that sounded like y'all marriage before, because I mean, y'all had two separate houses, y'all lived in two separate states, y'all lived two separate lives. I'm like, doesn't sound much different than the relationship y'all had before. So I was like, so
Mm-hmm.
you had a baby and you thought that y'all relationship was good? No, that was what y'all had before. I think I I'm how can I say this? I am indifferent towards them. Like, oh, they're there. That's cool.
Right?
But am I really that invested? Not really. But then again, they may surprise me because Destiny did come at Kimmy very hot early in the season. So I'm like, if she keeps that same fire for everyone else on the show, she might be very interested. She just came after the wrong castmate because Kimmy's my favorite.
That's
Like,
Kimmy, yeah.
Kimmy's my favorite.
Fuck
So
Kimmy. They come after her. But yeah, that was that. It was mostly this episode was mostly Martell. Now, what they showed for the rest of the season, it seemed like Martell and Melanie gonna be more explosive this season, and Melanie's gonna be having breaking point. She throwing stuff at him and that and everything. She said, you ain't gonna play this," and she know about the baby on the way, and she hear if they're gonna talk about the baby rumors of Martell and in the side piece, and
I was
that
here for it.
yeah, I'm here for it too.
I was here for it.
And we also gonna hear more about I guess let me see, what was it? I think Juan does have an issue with Kimmy more. I don't know why. Why is she so hell bent with Kimmy? It's like, what is the issue with Kimmy? Because
Because Wanda wanted a paycheck.
Yeah, Wanda want a paycheck because she think that
Wanda want a paycheck.
she think Kimmy's down with the Holtz. I said Kimmy is friends with both of y'all. She can't be choosing sides. She trying to stay out of it, and she is basically staying out of it. She's like, y'all handle y'all business, and whenever I need to get, whenever y'all talk to me, you talk to me. Whenever I talk to you, I talk to you. But she's staying out of it because you ain't gonna tell her what to do, and that's like she'd be a friend with both of them. She can't cut the person off because y'all family. It's like, come on now.
But y'all ain't even family. Y'all just married to brothers. Y'all ain't family. Y'all are married to brothers. There's a very big difference between y'all being family and y'all both being married to brothers, because y'all can get a divorce at any time, honey.
For real.
Y'all ain't family. Like, no.
Yes.
And
Tisha with Kimmy this season.
Yes. Tisha, you know what? I like Kimmy from being a neutral friend to both parties and saying, I have no problem with you. I have no problem with you. I know you two don't get along, but I'm correspond with both of you separately.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do things with you guys, not try and force one on the other, and not talk about or allow either one of you to talk about each other behind your back. So I appreciate her for being like that. Now, Miss Wanda talks, oh, I think you like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Because she's mature enough to be able to maintain two separate friendships with two separate people and not try and force them together and cause more conflict. No, she's doing what we mature women would do. Now, what the part of that Miss Wanda always seems to rub me the wrong way. But when Marcel has said, like, oh, well, you just need to tell your mom to be quiet to stay out of business, I was like, I agree.
Yes.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Like, she definitely oversteps her boundaries a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But she does make for some good TV, though.
Yeah, she does make drama. And Tisha gonna have a problem with Kimmy this the continuation this season. So I will see how that goes. She said, I don't think Kimmy had my back. And I said, shut up. Kimmy always had your back. You just want her to be how you want to be. I said, no, we don't dictate friendship like that. If you have your criteria how friends should be, pick someone who could follow that criteria. But Kimmy is her own thing, and she's a grown woman, and she's not going to be telling you, you telling her exactly how she should move with this whole going on with y'all.
Look, so early in the season when she had went to Melody's party and got kicked out, like she should have, because she wasn't invited, when she got asked to leave, Kimmy was being a friend to her and left too. So how are you saying that she wasn't your friend and isn't sticking by you when, push comes to shove, when something happens? If she does not agree with what they did, she tells them, I didn't agree, and she goes with whoever it is she went with to, keep, to be on the side of what she feels is right, which is what normally you would do as an adult. But since Letitia is still like 16, 17 in her mind, hiding behind her mama,
Yeah.
because she too afraid of her mom and let her mom run her life and run her friendships and tell her what she should or shouldn't be doing in her marriage with her kids. I was like, honey, you a little too old to be having your mama dictate your whole life to you.
That's what I'm saying. The whole life, the whole
Your
existence.
whole life. Like, she dictates your friends, your kids, your husband. Like,
That sounds good.
okay.
Yeah, and
Okay, girl.
it's Tisha's mouthpiece because sometimes she don't like she's just want to say things that Tisha want to say, but she's too afraid to say it. I said, girl, no, don't be saying them behind the scenes when you're in front of people. You want to say nothing, not like that. And also, we will get more of Maurice and Kimmy because it seems like it's going to be a tension between how raising Jalen, because you know how Kimmy felt about her son, because she raised her son by herself. Now she's in the union with Maurice, and he got his son full time. And I guess it's gonna be some direction to how Jalen should be after I think finish college, or I think he's finished college already, and something like that, where he should work and more stuff. And there's gonna be some tension between that. And
See, but that's what I like to see. See,
yeah.
that's what I like to see, because that is real life, relatable,
Yeah.
blended family issues that are not scripted. They're not fake. Those are just real dynamic. And I think that's why I like Kimmy so much, because she seems to not be overly produced. She
Yep.
seems to be like, this is who I am. I'm going to show up and I'm going to maneuver around the way I should. So I'm here for it.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Because I don't know if we want to see
Mm-hmm.
that. Because we got to shut movies down a little bit. She said, And she was like, I was like, oh, yes. I said, you better do it, Kimmy. You better. And we'll see how that goes. But I'm glad that Cairo let Monster stay with them full time now because he is getting older age. And I guess this at some point, boys need their fathers full time at some point when they get that maturity, puberty going on. And I think she's supposed to be moving down to Huntsville. We don't know. I guess we will. Hopefully, we'll see more of that storyline. That's big, but they was talking about it. But that's what's it. So I'm looking forward to next week and see how this goes out the rest of the season will be, and jump ship for that. But the next thing we're gonna talk about is growing up hip hop Atlanta. The next 2 episodes because I did the first 2 episodes I think 2 weeks ago. I did that, and we're gonna do episode 3 and 4. Okay, y'all. So grow up with Atlanta hip hop. Whatever, that's gonna do the name because I keep saying mixing it back. Grown up Atlanta hip hop, grown up hip hop Atlanta. Sure, it is what it is, and it's basically the same. It ain't had much of a Bow. Bow is always the ladies' man. It's like everywhere he go, he needs to chase out. I said, you just sit your horn dog ass down. Like what you do is like sit down. Bow Wow, like every time he said, "Oh, I gotta get her pregnant. I gotta get her this is the guy that." Now, hopefully, this season he's supposed to be having a son, alleged son. So we'll see if that is true or not. I mean, I don't really follow Bow Wow on social media or not. So if y'all know any information about this son, y'all tell me. Y'all tell me because he supposed to have a alleged son out there. We know he has a daughter, beautiful daughter, and all that stuff. And she's on social media a lot as well. And we'll see. And he's supposed to be doing his album, alleged last album, and it's gonna be a tell-all of his relationships of his exes. I was like, listen, Bow Wow, you don't need to do that. Don't do that at all. And so apparently, postally, each song of the album supposed to be dedicated to someone. And I think he said he's going to name the album or the people who you talking about. No, name each song of the person he talking about. He name dropped, I think one person. Well, hold up. Who he named? He did talk about Angela. You know, they friends. They're good friends. And I think he said, I don't want to give you wrong. I don't want to say the wrong person name because I want nobody come to me see. Hold up. Hold up. What person said? Oh yeah, he named Black China. That's what he was talking about. Yeah, he named Black China and he also named Angela. So I guess the song titles will be the name of the person that he's talking about. I said, well, that's gonna be something. Don't do that. I was like, wow, that's not a good thing to talk about. To do a tell-all. Nobody needs to know your personal business like that. Keep that to yourself. We're gonna do a last album, talk about some different things, rap about things that you used to rap about. Come on now, what is this tell-all business he trying to do? But that's his thing right now. This last couple episodes, he's drinking on the studio, chasing girls. That's all he's been doing. So I was like, how you feel about his Bow Wow and his the temp of this album?
He could just scrap this album. He could just scrap it. Well, we don't want it. Like we don't want it. We don't need it. I mean, the 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 whole I'm about to go run and tell everybody that I've been with and what happened. Like unless you about to give the truthful, as in what you did to these people, because the fact that you keep running in and out of these relationships like this just tells me that the underlying problem seems to be you.
Yes.
So unless you gonna go up there and say, this is what I did to this person and I'm sorry for doing this to them, I don't want to hear it because I don't want to hear about you sleeping with Black China. I have no interest. I have no interest of hearing about you and you sleeping with anybody. But okay, Mighty Mouse, I'll pass.
That's saying. And then I think let me see. I think the mom said you better say the right things. Don't go on the bad mouth for people like that in your album and all that stuff. I don't know if he really told Angela. I think he did because she said, I want to hear the song. I want to hear it. And he finished it. So I guess he probably told her that she might be on it or whatever. And he did say this episode is that he knows he's not ready to be the husband or boyfriend or stuff. He's not ready to settle down. So that's why he is in a situation now when he get in relationships he is don't last because he's not ready for that yet. And I said, okay, so I guess when you ready for it. So right now he just gonna be single and thought and bopping. And I said, oh, okay, bye bye.
Mhm. Well, it seems like he's gonna be doing the same thing he been doing, which is, eh, but okay. I mean, not to be funny, him and his dad body need to go on to the gym and actually work out, not just be looking at women, googling people at the gym. Like that's
Yeah,
creepy
his
to
hair
be
look
at the gym just staring at women. Like that's very creepy. It's very creepy. Let's move that along. Um, but I do think that Bow Wow storyline is I party and I
mm-hmm,
sleep with women
mm-hmm.
and
Basically.
that's it. Like
Yeah.
that is the depth of your story. Because I'm tired of this fake him and Angela dating storyline. Because it's not. It's just not.
Yeah.
So
They
I'm
friends.
going no thank
Yeah,
you
they good
on
friends
that one.
right now. I don't think Angela wants. If they did that role. I guess they're good friends right now. She could take his mess. He's too much because last time he pop up on her freaking photo shoot, and she said, what you coming in for?" But she expect that from Bow Wow, so she was like, "Listen." But she said, "Let me hear the song you got." So, and
Exactly.
he ain't finished it yet. So he said he would let her listen to it. I said, "Okay," but I don't know about this tell-all business you trying to do with this.
But I agree with the manager. I agree with the mom. Like you have these producers who you're paying,
Like Cola is good.
listening to your music, telling you your music sounds good. You need to have someone listen to it who you're not paying.
Mm.
Have JD listen to it. Have Brat listen to it.
Oh yeah.
Have someone else who you
You
like
know what
and
JD
trust.
said? He said, "Hell to the no with JD." He said, "No." He said, the
That's
real,
because he know it's trash. He know it's trash.
yeah.
He knows it is garbage. Because I was like, have someone else who you're not paying
Yeah.
listen to it. Like, not to be funny, I wouldn't stream it. Like,
No.
mm-mm.
It probably one of those things because I Apple Music. I probably would just listen to one through thing, one through, and to see if it's listen, if it's worthy. But if he say like, yes, Cola, he dated Sierra in the past, yeah, and I said how that happened, but it is like
I
that.
don't see how Bow Wow climbed that tree because he about this tall and she about this. But I guess, I mean, shoot, I guess,
And
I
they
guess
song, but other than that, yeah, that was something. So we know about the let me see, Cola. She upgraded. She upgraded. Yeah, yes. Sierra did upgrade it. She upgraded to the fullest, and after she made that song, she definitely upgraded, and she leveled up really well. Cola, she upgraded. Let's see. Cola said Bow career was over when he hit puberty. Oh snap!
not puberty,
I know you know you love puberty, Cola.
not puberty.
Not puberty, yes, sure. He had a growth look, oh well, a short growth spurt, and then all that stuff. I was oh my god, God. The black. So we know, the black came out of the closet that we all knew she was. So we all
She
know.
was in the closet.
No, yeah, she was in the closet for this long time, but we already know what she was about anyway. But she came out of the closet, and she
But
got.
was she really in the closet?
I
Like
don't know.
this is my question. Like,
Everybody
were
speculated.
you really in the closet? Oh, you know what? Maybe she was in the closet. She just never closed the closet door, so we could see her in the closet. That's what that was. Because I was like, anybody who would be surprised at this just seems like
Yeah,
they lived under a rock.
yeah,
Like,
I don't think nobody was surprised that it came out that she came out. But I guess it was finally her time to speak her truth and come out of it and everything. I said, okay, we won't say nothing because everybody's speculating. But it said if Brett was ready, then Brett would be ready. And so she came out, and so she have a girlfriend Judy, a big beautiful woman, and Judy owns a hair care line and something like that, and she got a warehouse in New Orleans. So the Black want to have her have a warehouse in Atlanta where she's at. And Judy said, "Listen, I don't know. We gotta get things together. I need to be settled, stable, all that stuff. I mean, she's making money. She's good. So, but she said it takes more than just up shift. It's not like if I go to a house and I say, all right, you got a house, I'm just moving in with you. It takes more. I gotta hire new staff. I gotta do the plans. I gotta do this. I got paperwork. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Did Brett and JD tell him about him to stop rapping? I didn't know they told her that. And they told him that. They told him that. Wait, I don't know. Let me see. He said, didn't Brett and JD tell Bauer he needs to stop rapping? I know they need to. I know they told him that he needs to stop chasing the girls and focus on his music. If he would focus on trying to get his albums out and stuff like that. I know they told him that and be serious, because how you be serious with doing your albums and you chasing girls all the time, and you not, and all this drama that you going behind with these females. So we'll see that. But right now, Bow Wow is not even messing with JD. I don't know what's going on. I don't think he wants JD around. But you know, the Brat's still around, and she's got to keep an eye on him. And like when he was talking to that female in the party, the Brat said, "Bow Wow, get your behind over here." Like a little bat, like, you know, she tells you like a little boy. And he walked his behind over there too. It's like, he said, "What you doing?" And he said, "No." I said, "You just sit your behind down and you doing the most right there." I said, "Okay." Brat still got that business to vibe on him, and he still listens. So I said, "Hey, that sure, don't mess with Brat either, because you know how she is." And Yeah, so the Brat was talking to the female and Judy, and she asked her, because you know Judy was like stuff. So the Brat said, "Listen, I talked to some of y'all people, and your realtor, and I talked to some warehouses." So Judy said, "What? What she did?" So you know, Brat was getting nervous. She said, "Oh, did I just say wrong? Did I say wrong?" And she said, "Okay, we look at that. We look at it." And let me see. Oh, all his music is about girls, so I thought they were just saying it in a nice way. Oh, snap. Y'all cutting up in the chat. And said Cola, yes, they did see him. I remember that's when he was having a breakdown. Oh, okay, they did tell him that they stop rapping because she's not getting upgraded. That's what you're trying to fight for. Okay. Because I'll follow him like that. So if they did tell him that, and I don't know what he's trying to do now. um, So the Brat asked Judy to go to the album release party for Diamond. Now they say Diamond has been around for a while now. Like I said, I don't really listen to hip hop and rap like that. So I look at her face and I said, "Yo, she does look familiar." And I was like, "What is she like? Did I hear some of her music before?" Because
Yes,
yes,
you've heard some of her music. Crime Mob. Not if you like, you know, Crime Mob. Like,
oh snap,
that's Diamond. That's Diamond. Like,
you know, it's like I was like, "Oh, the Diamond looks so familiar." Like she was like, "Hold up," and they say she's been in the game for a while now. She have her own album coming out, and ooh, it's called "Looking Like a T." Ooh, who like a T-Rex swinging? Who look like a T-Rex? Oh, okay, yeah. See, y'all just told me that. I said, "Yeah, look at me." Crime Mob, yeah. I was like, hold up, Diamond. I know she from somewhere, and she come out with an album now, and this is her first official album outside the group, outside of the Crime Mob by herself. So yes, she said she's working on it. The Brat is happy because I guess the Brat and Diamond the Brat has been mentoring Diamond for a while, and they've been like good sister, big sister, little sister. When the Brat was in jail, Diamond has been writing her up, write her letters. I did putting money in books, talking to her all this time to get her together. Now we all know that Diamond had this on and off relationship with this guy named Pippin, and I said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "He don't look too bad," but I said I couldn't see you had on and off with somebody else, but oh, whatever. Sorry, I'm cracking up, y'all. Let me stop. So, Pippin, but they had an own for childhood, so I said, "Oh well, it's hard to break that." But at the same time, sometimes I can stale after a while. I mean, it's some cheating and all that stuff. So she tried to get her well, hold up. Don't let me get that wrong. What was called? What y'all
her
call
split
that?
sheet.
Yes, a split sheet. Yeah, because I was saying I don't want to get that wrong. They try to get her split sheet. Her copyrights her ownerships for those songs because she got to get paid. If he not signing that thing and she get an album release, how she have an album release party and she got no ownership of her songs? So I was like, she went to talk to him, and the brat said, "Listen, you need to go do business and don't flip out like you do all the time with him. Don't flip out. Don't go off the clip. Don't talk to the thing and going off the lockers. Do business." Her OG face, she had the kinky dress. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me see. See, she got I came in the club. Yeah, I'm cracking up on it. Yes, Pippin. Yeah, his name is Pippin. And his real name is Jamal, but his show name is Pippin. It's like that. He's some producer, something like that. He's part of Bow Wow crew. So
Cola, he was a part of them Franchise Boys, like, which is way back with Crime Mob. So
wow,
he was in a group with them Franchise Boys. Yeah, that's the part of the group.
Okay. Yeah, so he's been around the game too. So they're Franchise Boys. I said that's a long time I hear about that. Yes. And so, but when she went to the business meeting with him, she pulled out the split sheet out of her bra. I said, "Girl, what kind of?" And you know what? This is reality TV. This thing that I've happened. I say, if you're gonna do business the right way. Have a nice. And if the thing was all wrinkled up and stuff, I was like, "Wow." I guess apparently they broke up recently, and he didn't want to sign the paper. But he did sign. So how you feel about Diamond, Pippin, and all this craziness going on?
Well, listen, I agree that Diamond said she gonna use what the good Lord gave her to get Pimpin to sign these papers. So Pimpin pulling some stuff out of her bra, shaking a little tail feather. I don't care what it was to get him to sign. I mean, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I mean, get that old thing back, come sign these papers. What's good with you? Yeah, boo. So I mean, I understand, but Brad told her, "Girl, don't be going in there yelling. You gotta do what you gotta do." And she was like, "Forget this. She's like, you gonna sign these papers?" But her and Pippa do have this long-standing toxic relationship of break up, get back together. You cheat, I cheat. Break up, get back together. Break up, get back together. So it is one of those things where when Bow Wow talks of toxic relationships, oh no, I'm like, sir, you are the king of toxic relationships. Like, how dare you? Like, sir, wasn't you in the elevator fighting your girlfriend? If you don't move your way on, talk some toxic relationships.
Whole bike market, everything.
Talking about toxic relationships. Bow Wow have several.
He sound like he's Pippin Diamond. Oh, I guess so. Like, we don't know, maybe, allegedly. And then after he signed the sheet, she was like, "Did you have a threesome?" I said, "Girl, this is supposed to be business." And I was like, if you done with him now, when he asked her, "Are we done?" And we over like that. She said, "I don't know, Mom. I don't know." I said, "You still have a real name, so I guess you really do know. You still love him." "I don't know, Jamal," and everything. And afterward, we found out she went to this house and they did a little nasty or stuff like that. And then they got back together again. I was like, "What's going on? You know what?"
I have a question. What is up with baby talking your significant other on this show? Because the brat baby talk with Judy, and she baby talking with Pimpin. I'm like, what is up with this baby talk on this show to get your way? Like,
after she was like, "Do you sleep with this chick? You had a threesome? What you did?" He said, "Well, I just got oral." She said, "You got oral?" I said, "Girl, if he's over him, you don't want to be too hype about it. You just say, listen, just say, okay, deuces, I got my split sheet, I'm out of here." And that's it.
I was like, okay. And then the brat talks them, "You want to go get your warehouse in Atlanta?" I was like, "She up with the brat and the baby talk." I was like, "Okay, girl." I was like, "Shoot, if that's that kinky stuff y'all into that get y'all off at night, girl, have at it, girl." But look, I'm not mad at Diamond. Diamond said, "I know what I got to do to get him to sign this paper." And she did it. She did it. She was like, "Now what's good? Yeah. Come on, let's go." Okay.
Yes.
All right.
She was. I'll say okay. Well, hopefully Diamond come on with a good album. I got Apple Music. If it come out Apple Music, I'll listen to it. I mean, I'm not a big rap fan, but I give it a listen. Sure. Like I gave Megan Thee Stallion new album a chance because I really listen to rap like that. I like a couple of her songs. I download some of her songs. So um, we'll see how it goes. I hope she's come out with some bangers just like that.
If she come out with a mixtape, I'm gonna be surprised.
Oh,
I would be surprised.
man, I call it EP. I would say, Diamond, you had a whole season and you gonna come out with an EP? No, we're not having that. It was album release. He said album release, right? So we'll see how that goes. What else happened in the season? Oh, like I said, I talk about Deb and her little political thing she's trying to go on 2 weeks ago. I think she's trolling with this thing. I don't know if she's really serious, if she is serious or not. We ain't gonna go too deep on it because he's out the box now. Orange Man, he's out the box, but she supports him, and everybody's hearing it. She said, "Oh my gosh, really? Why? Waka told Tammy, so Tammy went to confront Deb. That ain't going anywhere. I mean, Deb is not changing her mind, and they spoke him back and they understand each other, but they was like, listen, it's nothing changed that mind. Once she made her mind up, that's it. It's nothing. You can't say nothing to Deb. Deb is who she is. She said you gonna accept it or not, and that's what it is. So Andrea told Bow Wow's mom Teresa that. Lily found out in lunch. She said, "Oh my God, it's crazy." But Lily said, "You know what? Deb has been a good friend for me all this long time. I know who she is. We might not go eye and eye on the political wise, but everything else will be good." Andrea said the same thing, and Andrea Kelly's daughter Vuku is on this season, and that's her name, Vuku. And I said, "Oh." When I saw the name on the set, I said, "Wait, hold up, Vuku." That's our fucking app. What we have? We got an app on the show,
like the television, like the Roku TV.
So I was like, okay. So I said, Wuku's on the show, and she working on music. I said, what's everybody working on music? But I guess it's called hip hop. So I guess that's what everybody want to do. And she's affected by quarantine as well. I want to see if there's an interaction of her mom and everything because we ain't seen them together yet so far. So, but we only see them in separate scenes doing their own little thing. So I want to see if Andre will really interact with her daughter Wuku and see going on. But she said she's working on some music and she's good like that. Who else was shown? Ree. Diamond talked to Ree. I think she had a longer name too, but I'm not gonna call her that longer name because I forgot what her long name was, but I call her Ree. So Ree was Eazy-E daughter. That's his name. That's her.
Mm-hmm.
And she last year had this whole thing and said, listen, I got this. I don't need this shit. You don't need to boot camp me. What this? I need some real advice. Y'all didn't give me no real advice. I'm this, I'm that. And the Brad said was like, you know what? We not having this. We not having that. We deuces. And now,
as they should.
Yes, they deuce her. And now she said, you know what? I had quarantine. I had to sit down and realize, you know what? They was right. I knew his regardless and everything. I said, yes, because you Eazy-E daughter doesn't act like just like you got to open doors right away. I mean, yes, you make connections, but you need to prove yourself in the game, girl. Like, it's like, girl, so she talked to Brat, and Brat sees that maybe she's mature enough now to sit down and listen to constructive criticism. So she said, we're gonna see how that goes. So,
do you think Remarkable and Johnny Blaze would be good friends?
what was her name? So I said, what her long name was?
Do you think Remarkable and Johnny Blaze would be good friends?
Remarkable and Johnny Blaze.
Do you think they'd be good friends? Because they both think they better than everything and they don't need no help, no training. They good. They know it all. They know what they need to do.
I don't know. They could be good friends. We'll see. I want to know if they interact with each other this season. Hopefully they will. Because I guess they'll have a boot camp coming up soon. So we'll see how that goes.
Didn't she say she was too good for boot camp? She need to audition. She knew what she was. She knew what she was doing. When that girl said she booked some shows, she booked some appearances, and then Corona happened, and she had to get the money back. She looked all hurt. She was sad.
We was like, oh my gosh, yes.
She was sad. I was like, okay, all right. No, you ain't got no money. Look, we may laugh and joke about Bow Wow, but at least he owns his music, so he's able to make some residuals and he makes money off of like that old music that, he used to have, back in the day. At least he has something. I was like, girl, what do you have? You're easy. Your claim to fame is I'm Easy E's daughter.
Hmm.
Okay,
All right, that's what I'm saying. We
okay, girl.
and she said she in a relationship with this guy named Chevy. That's his name.
Uh-huh.
What's his name?
Hmm.
Yeah, they got a daughter. They got a kid together. Chevy. Yeah, she in a relationship with Chevy. I think they showed him. I think he's part of the Barrel's crew now. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's part of the crew too. Yeah, she had a
They
relationship.
circle real small. They keep their circle tight.
Yes, that's what I say. The entertainment business. Once you
Mm.
get into it, you circle out. You circle with all the people. You recycle people, and I was like, oh my gosh, step out of it. It's like, come on. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes with Ree and how she gonna humble herself this season because the Black said, "I'm gonna work with you, but let's we're gonna see how this goes." Um, Ayana's still sick, so more prayer to her. I think she recovered now. I don't know. I mean, we don't know how long ago this season was taped, but she contacted COVID and all that stuff. So she had asthma. So DJ Hurricane, he's like, I can't see my daughter. I can't do this. I can't be close to her. It's like that. So he's a big teddy bear. He's like, he's freaking out. He said, listen, come on now. He's getting worried. And she be calling him and said, I just can't breathe. I can't do this. And I said, oh. So he gonna give her a package and bring it to her door. She said, you can't come in. I said, he knows that, but there, gosh, he could back something so to see your daughter. Shoot, he got his daughter suffering and he can't be close to you. And I said, oh my gosh. So Diamond, Shania, Ruku, and Reed said they wanted to go to Ayana's house and show their support and get signs out. And I said, hope that Ayana don't flip out on us and like that, throw something at us. I said, I don't know. Because we know that Shania and Ayana has fallen out. They really have been talking to each other right now. And we'll see. Well, I'm gonna get that better.
That falling out was very interesting
Mm,
because it was over, not understanding her, you know, what is the right names? What can you say this? Can you say that? And I don't feel like it was that deep for them to throw the friendship away.
mm-hmm.
But then again, it's like if you're not even trying to learn, then maybe I can understand the depth of throwing the friendship away over it. Because I have friends all the time where I say something, they're like, no. And I was like, well, what? Like, okay, well, what am I supposed like? Give me a better, because this is what I know. This is what that means. And they're like, okay, but that's this, but then this is this. So I need you to, but oh, okay. And it's a learning curve. It is a part ignorance, but then it's also, I'm open to learning. So it's like, uh, it's one of those
Yeah.
tough situations where you don't want to have to teach people what to say, what to do, what
Mm-hmm.
all the time. But at the same time, if this is not something that is normal or common and we're friends, I'm gonna need you to be a little more understanding, open, and help me to make sure that I don't offend you as my friend. So it's like I can understand for both sides, but I think both of them could have handled it better. Because I was like, y'all fell out over using the improper terms because you didn't know what to call her and you didn't realize that what you were saying was offensive. But then she didn't tell you it was offensive. But then when someone else told you that it was offensive, you didn't apologize. So I was like, that is just like the most. It's odd because it's like if I call you a name and you're like, Tracy, that's not right, and then I say, okay, well, what am I supposed to call you? And then you tell me nothing. You give me nothing. You're like, I shouldn't be the one to teach you. Like, oh, well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of those sticky situations where I understand it's hard to try and teach someone or always have to be the person to teach somebody or educate them on something. But if we're friends and I'm at least trying, why can't you reach out to your friend and try too? Like, meet them halfway. And then, so I understand her saying, well, forget it. I'm not trying. I don't care. I'm over it, which is also wrong. So I do hope they can repair that, because
Mhm.
it was not that deep to not to throw away the friendship. So I want them to repair it. So hopefully they could figure it out.
Yeah, I hear that. So she actually trying. Seeing we talk about Shania, that she was open
Hmm.
to change. She said, but she's actually open to change. You talk about Shania, Sia. Um, I don't know. I mean, it seemed like. I mean, she's do pray got Ariana in her prayers about the COVID thing, but she was like, oh, okay. Oh yeah, Shania. I don't know. I don't know if she willing to want to work on their friendship, because the way how she's saying this episode and all that stuff. She said, oh well, we good and everything. It's sad that she got it like that, but I don't know. We just had a falling out, and then when they explained the falling out, I said, oh, okay, all right. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, the pandemic and stuff got things to change people's perspective sometimes. So we'll see how that. And we know she in a 4-year relationship with the guy named Willie, and that's his name, right? Yeah, Willie. Shania, and walking the dog, and she was talking about things and all that stuff. I said, oh, okay. And speaking of Johnny Blaze was working on some music in the studio, and and yeah, I do want that word because sometimes it's offensive. I know about that too. That word, everyone knows that it's a cool. And Johnny Blaze was working on some music, and she talked to Deb, and it seemed like the second music she was working on this sound nice. And I said, people said Johnny Blaze got talent. It just she got herself in a way. She messed up her own chances of getting big and successful, because it seemed like she could. She's one of those that could sing. She had a good singing voice, and then she got a rapping a little bit as well and playing instruments, because she said she played instruments as well too. So I said, "Girl, you had the triple package. What happened?" And she just said she just wanted to be loved and got in my way and low people to see that. And Deb said, "Did you see your vision? Do you see yourself? Did you see?" It's like it goes within. So if you're not seeing anything how you feel about yourself in the side, then nobody else go really gonna give you that chance, because you feel ugly inside and everything. So did you got it? Do you believe that you got it? And focus on your craft and don't worry about the negativity, and then you get further and everything. And I mean, she had an anxiety attack, I think 2 episodes ago and everything,
Hmm.
last episode, and she just was going on how it is that nobody sees her, as nobody loves her to the point that, and it's just that our part to blame and all that stuff. And Deb said, don't beating yourself too much up with it, girl. Believe in yourself and you get it. So I was like, hopefully Johnny could make it somehow. I mean, it's perfect time because there's no really competition out there like that to really. I mean, we know there's some competition, but it's not as much in the '90s when we grew up, where we got so many artists around and we all know. I said, okay, all these people competing with each other, but now it's like a lot of it's died down. It's like you can come out, Johnny, and just work on and see your craft, and just hopefully. So we'll see if she could make it.
And I think because Johnny does play instruments and she can sing and she writes, even if she doesn't make it as a a star in front of the camera, maybe she can write for people. Maybe she can like produce some different kind of music. Maybe she can create some beats or do something, to
Mm-hmm.
still use some of those other talents that she has, because there are people who cannot sing but they can write, who can, or they can sing but their own personal issues get in the way. Like Johnny Blaze is like, she would be like the hood Alicia Keys with some issues. Like she could sing, she could play instruments, she could do things, but her own personal issues definitely hinder her from making it as far as she could. So maybe if she like who was that guy? Young Bird.
Oh,
He was an artist at one point, and then he didn't do real good at that. But then he went into producing, and he's doing great for himself now as a producer. So maybe her evolution is not necessarily making music, but producing and creating it, and selling samples. Maybe, but she is like really dope. So I do hope that she gets
mhm.
some help to be able to, do great things for herself.
Yeah. Yep. See, I mean, yeah, her attitude was crazy. That's it messed her up. Her attitude. And no
Her
matter what.
attitude on Love and Hip Hop was crazy, and then she came over to Grown Up Hip Hop, and it's still
Oh,
crazy. It's like,
yeah. Now you really got crazy.
like girl, where is the growth? Where is the evolution,
So,
girl?
yes. So that was the last two episodes of Glow Up Hip Hop Atlanta, and I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, I'm enjoying it and everything because I
Hold on,
haven't, huh?
hold on, wait,
Uh,
wait. So the Diamond pimping, and what is her son? Is the lady's son name?
oh yes, yes, yes. Thank you for reminding me.
They fight. Don't forget that.
I
Don't
forgot
forget that.
something. Okay, yes. So Lily for
Uh-huh.
SWV,
Yes.
she had a son that was out. That got out of jail named Kyrie, and he has a daughter. And she asked Deb because Deb is a hip hop manager and she's a talent manager. And she asked Deb to say, I know he working on music. He wanted that's his focus on. I said, everybody got other avenues besides music they can work on, but music is the topical thing that everybody can work on. So music is music, and he can work on this like that. And she said, I got this project going on, and I can help him. I can just meet him at Diamond's album release party. Now, Kai came in the scene and he's all like the suave kind of little boy. It's like, oh yes. And he heard about Diamond. He said, I mean, first of all, he got a confessional laughing about what he got in trouble about. It's like, listen, we don't need to be all laughing and giggling and gaggling and all that stuff like that. Listen, you went to jail. That's not something to be laughing about and everything. And he said, oh yeah, I missed her. I said, oh, shut up. I was like, this is my first time to meet him on screen and he laughing about things. I said, okay. I mean, it seemed like he'd always take things seriously. And that's what Lily said. He said he really don't take things too seriously. And he needs to take things seriously if he go back to jail. So, and now when he heard about Diamond, and he said, oh, Diamond. Oh, okay. And he tried to slip in the Diamond. I said, oh my gosh, that's not something that we need to hear a lot. He said, you need to focus on the music. We want to focus on the music. And it was worse when she wasn't just a video girl. Oh, okay. Oh, Johnny. Mm. And yeah, so at the album reviews party, they're supposed to meet Kai there. So Lily brought her son, and he's all like this and all swagging down and all that stuff. He talking to Diamond. Diamond was all, okay, Diamond, like that. And then like cute and get him some donuts to eat because she got a sponsorship with Sublime Donuts. And he was spitting the game. And it seemed like Pippin was on the other side, was watching. And I said, if that's your girl, why you not by her side? Why you looking death dropping and looking at her freaking ear, her face and everything? It's like he was staring like, go over there to them, like stand by her side. If that's her album release party, be by her side. If y'all freaking together and you up here watching and staring and see what she's doing, because and it had subtitles, so I guess I don't know if he was hearing it on stuff. So he's seeing it and he see Kai getting on close, getting close, and then he walked over there and went like this in between them. Now Kai said, "You stepped on my boots," and you know how that is. You stepped on their freaking boots or sneakers, and it's a fighting. And that had an episode end, but they got in each other. He said, I said, not everybody trying to get up and see what's going on. That walked in, and no, that was already there. And Lady seen, I was like, oh my God, we're not gonna have this. We can't have this boy go back to jail the same day he got out the same thing. We can't have this. No. He just got out. We know. So how you feel about that? Because it seemed like he gonna be something.
Let's see. When Pippin said, "Every day I have to fight for my love," I hollered, hollered. I was like, "Didn't y'all just get back together yesterday?
For real.
What did you what?
For real.
Crazy." But I do think that I get it. It was her album release party. He was trying to give her space, let her do, her thing and all of that.
Mhm.
But the way he handled that was so
Yeah.
like jealous, stalker, like
Uh-huh.
low key crazy, like that didn't even call for that. You could have went up, introduced you, nothing. And I think because he was so much smaller than him, he
Mhm.
just thought he could sun him, like
Yeah.
whatever.
What
Like
this boy do? Oh.
something I was like something about this just seems very I see why their relationship is so toxic because it's like one doesn't constitute the other, it doesn't even seem close to the other, but okay, girlfriend. But so I was like, pimping is I don't know, but
Uh,
I cannot wait to see the next episode. Bow Wow talking to him. Oh yeah, I'ma jump up and we gonna get it. I was like,
I
when
think
he
it's
did that, we jumped up because we ready to get it. I was like, sir, you do not want none of this smoke, like
that
none.
child seat. Sit down that child seat. Well, we don't need you around here. We don't need you to be jumping. We don't need no any jumping. I was like, sit your behind down. So yeah, okay. I'm waiting to see what happened next week, this week and see how that goes. Cause I want to know what's gonna pop off. I don't think nothing really gonna pop off. It's gonna be a little argument, little security gonna be in between, stepping away from them. I was like, okay. And then Diamond might start flipping out, Pippin, and say, "What you think is my money?" And she go to that, and she go, all that. Yeah. So that was that. So I'm looking forward to that. The last thing we want to talk about, and I know we gotta get ourselves ready for. Yeah, Bow Wow is too little for that. He just sit there, his little short down. Yes, he is too little. Just sipping on down, go somewhere else. Like, come on, sit on a good lap or something. Tell baby stories or something like that. So,
So baby
tell
story.
baby stories. Like, shit, you don't need to be fighting up in here. Chill. um. So last thing we're gonna talk about was the Married to Medicine season 8 trailer. Married to Medicine is coming out. It's February 7th. Not February, March 7th. I'm speaking of a month early. That's not. It's coming out in March, and something else is coming out. Yes, sit on the lap, OCM. Yes, sit on the lap. Tell baby so. And Basketball Wives coming out February. I don't review Basketball Wives. I stopped watching that a long time ago. So I used to do reviews of Basketball Wives. I said, nah, that's it. I can't do those shows. So that coming out in February. So hopefully we might chit chat in there. If y'all watch the show, we could. But I really don't watch Basketball Wives. But in March, Married to Medicine's coming back. Everybody loved the Atlanta Married to Medicine show. So the cast lineup. We have Dr. Heavenly, Simone, Toya, Dr. Simone, she is Dr. too. I should give them their props. Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Simone, Toya, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Katessa, and a new girl called Anila. Anila. And I guess she's an Indian, just an Indian couple. Anila Sajai. That's her name. I might get her name bashed up, but it's Anila. And she's supposed to be Toya's best friend. We know Mariah's not in this season. And I know there's a lot of controversy about that because Mariah sued Bravo, all that stuff, and they're giving her not her fair share of her credits of the show and treat her wrong and all that stuff. And we know Quad is a friend of the show, as well as Kari Wells is coming back as a friend of the show, and Lisa Nicole is coming back as a friend of the show. So I said, oh, okay. And funny, like I said, my Married to Medicine journey, I only watched it started from after, I think 3. I think started watching 4 or 5. I didn't see what Kari and Lisa all the stuff was on in the beginning of the season, and 1 or 2, something like that. So,
Doesn't Anala give you um Mariah vibes? Like they seem very similar.
yes.
And Dr. Heavenly looks like she quad now. I was like, she looks so quad esque. All the big full hair. She done got her body snatched down.
Yeah,
She looked real quad ass. I was like, okay, look it. They remade Quad and Mariah.
yes.
Okay.
And they was like, I was on social media. People were saying that how Mariah is a black woman dated married to a Bangladeshi man and got kids, mixed kids, and then they got her out the show and they got someone who kind of similar mimic her storyline. Anila Sajai was a husband for a doctor and two kids, and it's like that's messed up that they took her out and put someone else. It's like an underlying shade towards Mariah. They put her in there, so I was like, oh.
I think especially because Mariah has said like they wouldn't let me wear a hijab on the show. They didn't want to show any of the Indian cultures, the Indian things about it. So I was like, to now get this woman, I was like, oh, okay, that seems very hmm
Mm-hmm.
sneaky, manipulative, Bravo esque.
Mm-hmm. Exactly is. And we'll see that. So in the cast photo, maybe when we get close to the Married to Medicine thing, I will share the scene. I will show the cast photo and everything. Contestants in the middle. And we was like, why contestants in the middle? And Heavenly responded because I saw one of the posts. She said, because contestant has the most drama of the season. So we was like, oh, really? So we had Scott saying in the opening trailer in 2020, we gonna bury the Bush. And he pointed to his wife and she was looking at him. I was like, oh, bury what Bush? And I was like, oh my God, not the Metcalf family. Like, I like Contessa and Dr. Scott and together. And I was like, what the hell happened? Like, what changed? Like, the shit, stuff changed. So apparently, I guess Scott's maybe cheating, allegedly cheating, and getting naked photos of females and stuff like that. And Dr. Contessa was like, at a gathering event when they had Simone, and Sisu, and Toya and her Eugene there. Scott thought it was gonna be a swinger party. I said, "Why you say that? A swinger party? Oh my gosh!" Yeah, see him. A lot of people say they probably won't see the show because Mariah is not there, or Quad and everything. And I'll say people probably still probably see it, but a lot of people say that wow, they took Mariah out and they put this girl in there. I ain't gonna support it. Yeah, it's okay. So Neil, it's all right. We still on everything because I know we gotta get ready for the other one. So I gonna try to keep crazy everybody else too long. But it's Sunday. We all chilling out, like, and yeah. So I was like, what is going on here? Swinger party, cheating allegations. He getting photos of the females. Contestants, it's like she gonna be like getting up with the other cast members because she got a lot of things going on with her personal life. And oh, I don't know, cause I like them, and I was like, it's gonna be sad to see they never going in the rocks like this. I don't know if they're doing it for television, because people say they might do this for ratings and TV, and they really good together right now. They're not even divorced and nothing like that. People say they really gonna do this now. So I don't know. How you feel about the Scots? The Metcalf, not the Scott, the Metcalf.
I don't know if it's for a storyline or if it's real. All I know is it is going to be a lot because it's like it was every flashback either he was he was saying something rude or mean or she was crying. And I was like, a swingers party? I was like, you know all of these people. Why would you think it was gonna be a swingers party? Like
Mm,
y'all all been friends. Y'all done did a couple seasons together.
for
What
real.
part of the rest of these people make you think swingers party? Like,
That's
I
I'm
want to know, like who else on the crew makes you think swinger? Like, so is
mm,
it? I don't like Dr. Jackie. No,
mm,
Cecil, Dr. Simone. Like, who- like who else on the cast makes you think? You know what? Maybe Toya. Maybe Toya. Not so much Eugene, but maybe Toya.
yeah,
I
maybe.
don't know. I
Yeah,
was like,
beautiful.
I don't think nobody on this show gives me swingers vibes. So I was like, why would you think there would be a swingers party?
I'm saying I was left field when she did that. I don't know if she was trying to do a jab to her husband at that time, make a slightly wrong. She think was I said, why do you think it's a swinger for? That's your friend. I don't know about that. Now, let me see. Lou Casper and Anila, she's a fashion blogger, and Dr. Heavenly think that's not a real job. She said, I didn't think that was a job. I said, Dr. Heavenly, you know the bloggers are jobs. So don't try to be shady with the girl.
You you mean her YouTube channel? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
How you
Okay,
not
girl.
gonna know that's a job? So she's a fashion blogger, and she's a beautiful woman and everything. She had a husband with 2 kids and all that. We'll see how more of that goes on. But the production said that she's the best friend of Toya. So I was like, oh, okay, that's good. We also see in the trailer that couple arguments was going about. Quad, who's a friend of the show, and Toya going at it for some reason. Don't know what's the reason about that. And we also know that it was funny. Toya said something like, Contessa said, who are you looking at? Who are you talking to? And Toya said, the person I'm looking at. I said, oh, you better do it, Toya. Sure. The person I'm looking at, that's who I'm talking to. Like, hello, I'm talking to you. So we'll see how that goes.
They
And
better quit playing with Toya. She got into a fight season one. She was ready. She fought Mariah. Don't be playing with Toya. Toya
oh
said she
yes,
found that life.
yeah,
She said she will fight.
that fight. See, I saw it on that because I was like, I didn't see that season. So everybody said, "Oh, they was going down in the White House," and I said, "What the hell was
Uh-huh.
going on that scene?" I said, "Oh,
Mhm.
man, they really was going
Mhm.
in." I was like, "Oh my god!" Snapped. I was like, It was,
Toya said, y'all better calm down. Messing with Toya. She is not the one. She said she'll fight. Like, okay.
and Eugene said, that Toy had been snappy this season. I don't know and why she's snappy. I mean, I think they good. And also, I think I heard somewhere on a not like before the season started that the house they built together, they selling it. I don't know. I said no, no.
Yes. Uh-huh.
I was like, I
Uh-huh.
hope y'all not selling that house. I said y'all built that house so good for y'all to just sell the house. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, why
So
would you do that?
I heard that too. But then remember last season where she had a miscarriage. So I'm like, I wonder if they're trying to have children again, or they're doing in vitro or something like that, to where that will cause you to have mood swings. It will cause your hormones to be all off. So I don't know if they're going through that kind of stuff. But also I did hear about the house, and that the development where they actually bought the home and built their home at, like the price of it like just shot up through the roof. So they were saying that, they would be able to like net $1 million off of the house in addition to what it was. So they was like, shoot, well, let's just sell it. But I don't think they sold it. But I think they were discussing selling it,
Uh,
because the area that they built the house in, all of a sudden, like the property values just shot up. So they was like, shoot, we can, make some money. But I don't know. Hopefully they don't sell it, because that, shoot, the last time I seen them, did they even have all their furniture yet? I think they were still waiting for all their furniture to get in. That house was so new.
all that stuff. So I was like, what's going on here? And also somewhere in a thing, Jackie said she missed Simone's friendship. Because I remember the last season, Jackie and Simone's friendship wasn't the best place at the time. And I'm trying to remember what was the reason.
Heavenly. Dr.
Yes,
Heavenly.
yes. I try to remember because it's been so long. I said, yeah, y'all, this is why y'all take so long with these shows. It's like you get to forget things. But yes. Oh, when they had that podcast, all that stuff, they were talking spilling things. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So Jamal's Jackie said she missed Simone's friendship. And we'll see how that goes. It seems like they might get back in the good terms and like that, because they've been friends for so long, so they would drop that like that at
But
all.
this is the same thing like on uh Love and Marriage Huntsville. If there's cracks in your relationship, reality TV will bring it out and make it worse. Like Jackie and Simone have been friends for like 20 some odd years, went to med school together, was cracks doing stuff. Like they have been friends for such a long time and have been great. And then reality TV come and it spoils a friendship that had kind of little cracks or little fractures. So reality TV could definitely tear some real stuff apart. So I agree with you. I do hope that they could mend their friendship, even if it's not exactly back to what it used to be,
Mm-hmm.
to at least be you know, on positive, at least be good again.
Hmm. Well, and we know every year they do their little mission trip, the doctor mission trip, and it's DC this year because the historical content and all that stuff, the Black Lives Matter, all that stuff. So I know that they show pictures in social media or before this taping the season, and all that stuff, showing that's why we find about the Lisa Nicole being in the season, Carrie, and all that stuff, Quad, and all that stuff, and that's where we'll be at DC, and they had Al Sharpton in the trailer. I said, oh, okay. And they also had showed Giselle. I said, what they showing Giselle for? I said, what they
Girl, talk about men cheating. Talk about cheating men.
for a long time. I was checked out the program after that season ended. So I said, why we see Giselle there for?
But you know what I want to see? I want to see if they're going to talk about the reason that Heavenly and Lisa had their falling out again. Because about the COVID trucks, like the testing, little testing on wheel sites that they was doing. And that's why they fell out. So they both had, well, Dr. Lisa and her husband was doing like testing on wheels where they would just, drive around, test people. And so then Heavenly started doing it and then using kind of a similar imaging. So they were confusing the businesses and all of that. And Lisa got all upset. I mean, I understand y'all, multiple people can do this thing. Like, it's a good thing to be doing. It's great. But I can understand why she would be pissed. Like, why would your branding be so similar to mine to where people will confuse us? Why? But why? Like, why do that? So I want to see if they talk about it because I know they talked about it on social media, but I want to see if they're going to bring it up in this season because that would be interesting.
Yes, and they did show a clip that Heavenly and Lisa did get at it for each other a little bit. So we'll see if what was the reason why they went back and forth. She said, "The girl who can't keep a man." I said, "Oh snap!"
So is Lisa still married?
I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I just try to find out because I don't follow Lisa Nicole. So maybe anybody who knows, they can tell me as well.
Oh, but Lisa Nicole made Giselle's reunion dress.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Uh-huh. She made that reunion dress.
all right. Well,
Uh-huh.
that goes. So that's why Giselle was on the second season for that little scene they had at the dinner table. So that's Married to Medicine, y'all. So it coming back out on March 7th at 9 o'clock Pacific on Sunday on Bravo. So I will be reviewing the Married to Medicine franchise because I have been reviewing it since I started watching it and see how that goes. And I'm looking forward to the drama. And I want to work hard because they got quite professionals as well. So I said, I guess she put a friend of the show, but they still giving her professionals. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to see Kari too, because I haven't really seen much of her in the early seasons as well. So I want to see what she's got to say. But I think they laughed. I don't know how they cut it, but she said, "Well, I used to work with Maya and Carrie," and everybody started laughing because they make the two different scenes and they might cut that together. I was like, okay. So I'm looking forward to hear Kari and everything and see that stuff. So it's gonna be a different season, y'all, and the contestant being in the middle of the drama and everything, and have her family the most drama. It seems like every season got a family that could destroy disastrous drama, and this time it's contestants' chance.
So I wonder if the ladies are gonna rally around them the same way they rallied around Simone, at that reunion when they were going through it. So I wonder if the women are gonna, rally around and try and help them to fix their marriage. Let's hope that that's what they do, because at least that was very nice to see. Because that's something like, back with my mom and dad, like it's something like back then that they used to do. They would rally around people who were on the brink of breaking up. So I hope they do kind of rally around them to try and help them in their marriage as well. Because that was nice to see. I do despite all the mess, I do appreciate when we see those really good, positive,
Mm-hmm.
views of us on TV. So that is really nice. But I'm here for the mess.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it too, y'all. Sure. But I know it's 6 o'clock. Well, my end, it might be something like that. And I gotta get stuff ready for the next panel, at 8 o'clock. Queen's panel is coming on at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's 8 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock that time, Central time. So we're gonna talk about a couple of things. We're gonna talk about T.I. and Tiny, that whole fiasco going on. We're gonna talk about Wendy Williams movie, and we're gonna talk about the past of some of the legends in as well. And we might be adding another topic as well about Kiki Wyans and um at Hollow Shenanigans, where she was on Bigo. I said, "Good Kiki," when she was showing up, but MC Shaky is not innocent either. So we'll see how that goes. Because I had to watch that because they showed me a clip. So I got to watch that. We going to see how that happens. So I can talk about it. But
Y'all
yeah,
panel gonna be spicy.
yeah, the band is going to be good. Stuff like that. A lot of these ladies making their Monique. Oh, snap. Oh, Monique. Oh, yes. Yeah, Monique. And Monique got her own little thing going on her YouTube platform and all that stuff. I said on there. And you saw how sweatshirt she had. Oh, is Jamal coming? I said, Monique, you just sit down somewhere. I like you, girl, but you just sit down tomorrow. And she spelled Cuming, not the COM. I said, no, you're not gonna do that. No, we're not gonna do that, girl. But hope y'all see y'all there at 8 o'clock, 7 Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. And we have some topics to talk about. And I guess yes, we got a lot of stuff to talk. So I see you there, Tracy. Thank you for coming. I hope you come next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's that. Let you know it was a great chat. Thank you, Cola, Sunil, CM, Brandy, Sunshine, all y'all who came in the chat. It's all stuff. It's gonna get better as well, and all that stuff like that. So I see y'all later tonight. All right. Get prepared. All right.
Bye.
Bye. I'll see y'all soon. All right. See y'all 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. Bye bye.